program?
Have a look at this.
Help you again? Yes.
Welcome. So in my previous video, I talked about going ahead and putting in this little porch here, and the comments that I saw was to go ahead and put it in there. Everybody thought that was a good idea, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a wall in there, and we will patch it in and all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and put a scrappy wall. I said wall, I mean floor. Let's go ahead and put a scrappy floor there. I had thought that maybe I could have done a prefab there, but I don't think it's going to fit. Just for fun, let's see if a prefab would fit there. Reason why I was thinking of a prefab, yeah, see, it won't fit. Yeah, to go there. But reason why I was thinking of the prefab was that it would be kind of cool to have the overhang. You know, like a roofed-in type patio, but alas, that's just not going to work. So let's go ahead and get our railings back up here, and this will give us another spot to decorate. And so we got our railings up here. Gives us a nice little spot to decorate from. And I have some nice sun, and I went ahead and put in a mortar that I can shoot from over there. If it gets to be too cloudy, which is getting ready to get cloudy, but I've decided I'm going to see if we can't try to do this with all sunlight. So if it gets too cloudy, then what we'll do is go ahead and pop that switch and take care of it. But so I've done that. Let's go ahead and get some bracing in here, and then we will we're going to go with the steel again. We get the bracing in here, we'll let's see if we can do this. Let's go down. No. It won't let us sink in the ground. Well, that's unfortunate. That really kind of there we go. You can sink in the ground there. See what happens if we put this up on top of it. So just for eyeballing it a bit too high, sink this down a little bit more and try. Oh my god, did we nail that or what? Stop laughing. Okay, let's see how close this is. There we go. So we have our post there. Let's see if we can lower that down just a tad bit more. And make this look as good as we can. That'll work. And let's see if we can't try to get one more in here. We'll need a long one. That's what she said. And well, I had a lot of enthusiasm on that comment, didn't I? That's what she said. Pathetic. Okay. So we can kind of use, see how that floor is inside there, so we can kind of use that as a gauge on where we need to put this. So did I put that away? Alright, so that's about the right spot. We'll try to straighten it up a little bit and raise it up. Let's try this again. Okay, so they're not the same height, but I'm doing it by eye due to the fact that I can't snap it in place. So I feel lucky it went in there, and we're holding that up. So I'm pretty happy with that. So another idea that I had was I want to have a bar, and I wanted to have a bar around these cattails. And but the thing is that I'd really like to have the cattails show through somehow. but I don't know the best way to do that. So let's just see what we can do and kind of go from there. Um, so let's see how close we can go with this. And here's going to be the problem. Yeah, see, we're going to be too far over there. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so let's see if we can. I mean, we want to be able to get a wall up here. And I think we can get walls up here. Let's just try it real quick before we proceed. I don't want to build this all up and then find out that it's not going to work. Okay, so we can get walls, and those aren't necessarily the walls I want to use. But I want to kind of leave some of these cattails up. And when I get done, you'll kind of know why. So I don't see this. This idea is not going to work very well. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to keep the cattails and have this bar. So because I could leave the cattails up through the floor, but that seems like that'd be kind of goofy. Plus, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to have some sort of irregular shaped bar, and I don't like that idea either. So, one option that we could go with, and so what I want to be able to have, pretty decent shaped bar here. So let's see if we can't. I don't mind it being up a bit higher. Really? You can't go on there? What in the, oh, for crying out loud. Okay. So we could do this, and can we put a third one over here? Yes, we can. Alright, so we can do that. But then here's another idea that we could do. We could go with something like this, maybe, or that doesn't look like that's going to go because that is a roof. Yeah, knucklehead. I have to say I've never really done much with the concrete stuff, so we could use the concrete stuff here. Oops. Because then you can see the cattails through them, and we'll put these on the outsides for strength and blah blah blah, and this will give us the cattail. Hey look, that needs power. Everything over here is powered, and everything over there is powered. That's even got the light on it, but it says it needs power. And there it goes. Okay. Alright, so we are up here. Can we, please? Yes, we can. Alright. So we don't need a lot of the screened in parts. Like just in the middle, not even there. Right? We need it right there. We just need where the cattails are. And you'll understand why I want to have the cattails visible when we get to that point. Okay, so that one is not going to go in. Or it's going to make a liar out of me. Alright. So it's a pretty decent sized bar. And we will be able to see the cattails through there. And yeah, it's not going to be massively huge, but it will be big enough. and maybe we could even add a second story. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Um, so we want this to be somewhat junky, but not. We don't need to have everything be junky here. I mean, we've got a pretty good mixture. So let's go with the metal walls. This will give us a little bit more height, which adds some fun and enjoyment for the whole family. We can, pardon me, we can slap some windows and some, you know, torn up pieces and all that kind of stuff. So let's yeah, let's do that. Da, 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 da. We can go with some. We could go with some nice windows too. You know, nobody says that we have to put in nothing but shitty windows. We have the technology. We can rebuild them. So let's rebuild them. And alright, so I'm gonna put some nice windows in here. We're gonna go with the greenhouse windows. We were able to salvage some decent ones someplace and get some nice greenhouse windows. Let's do the same thing here. Oh, for crying out loud. Why does this have to be so difficult? Yes, I'm singing. It sucks. We all know. Don't rub it in. Alright. So, where to put the door? When in doubt, put it at the easiest spot to get into. Alright, so should we go with super crappy? Oh, come on. Super crappy or not so crappy? Or like ungodly crappy. I don't even know if that counts as a door. It does say it's just a wall. Let's go with crappy. Alright. And then we can still put these walls in here. Let's put a window in here. We were very picky on the windows that we found, and we found a couple that were pretty nice. And so we are going to use them. If nothing else, it gives us some nice nice light, right? So we get some decent light in here, and yeah. So there we go. We have that much going on for us, and now we need some second story floors. So the question is, should we go with a second story? So many options, and the eyes have it. We're gonna go with the second story. Okay. I don't like to be overly anal, but you know, if I can be, then why not? Okay, let's get our stairs put in here. We'll put the stairs right there. And alright. So there we go. We have a second story. Let's get our walls up and our roof. And I think here's what we're going to do for the walls. We're going to make this partial around the whole thing. So we'll put a couple of windows over here with this awesome view of the swamp. Actually, let's... No, no, no. Jiminy Christmas. And we will go with all the windows on this wall. And, ooh, ding, we leveled up, yay. And we reached our maximum size limit again. And while we're kind of wandering around, I want to take this time to throw out a couple shout outs to some people. So if you're interested in watching people do playthroughs, particularly a hard mode, and he's currently doing different they're not DLCs, but they're mods that add content to Fallout 4. Check out Mark Jackson. He does a lot of good stuff. He's funny as hell and has a lot of good information in there. Also check out Sushi Cat Gamer. She and her friend Mr. Mortal, they do lazy playthrough for currently Doom and Dragon Age Origins. And they're a riot to listen to and watch as well. It's a lot of fun. And then finally, wanted to recommend checking out On a Whim 773. She streams basically every weekday. Currently, she's streaming Fallout 4. Most of the time, she's currently doing a chat-directed playthrough, which is kind of interesting. And then also Wednesdays, she throws in some kind of different games. So check her out. It should be a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy them. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll now. Okay, let's try this again. So here's what I want to do. The sides are going to come part way up, and then we'll start the roof, and then these back pieces. So let's go ahead and start with the roof and see how that goes. And I don't know if the warehouse has the same type of roof pieces. Yeah, see, it doesn't, not like the barns. We could use the barn roofs because I like those. And I don't necessarily have a problem with those pieces being intermixed. Wait a minute. Are those in prefabs or something? Oh, they are in prefabs. Here, I didn't think they were part of these. Alright, so what I was thinking was we can put these in here and try not to fall down and go boom. We can put these in here, and then we'll just put a regular roof across the top. So let's go ahead and fill in our walls. We'll put a piece up there, or we could just go with a piece like that. Yeah, sure, why not? It's my world, so I say they can do it however they want. Oh, that doesn't happen every day. You don't get the idiot savant 2 times in a row. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Alright, so there we go. This piece, let's just go with a normal wall. Oops. Crying out loud. First time navigating on this thing, or what? Gee, my Christmas. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we will finish it off with, let's have a look to see what roof pieces we want to use. We're not going to use those. We might use one in the middle as a skylight. How's that? How's that catch your fancy? I think it'll be pretty freaking awesome. And if you don't agree, then it wouldn't be the first time somebody didn't agree with me. Alright, so we have a skylight, and let's go ahead and finish this part off somehow. There we go. There we go. We need a railing. And see, I don't think there's railings here. Yeah, see, they don't give you railings in this thing. That's okay, because we can just use... Really, honestly, if anybody doesn't think these railings are the best in the game, then you're nuts. We can use those railings. So this gives us a nice upper story. And we can make a dance club in there or something like that. Down here we can put our bar in. And all that kind of fun stuff. So let's put... We need a porch, right? Let's get a porch in here. And let's get our porch in here. Should we just go with a simple porch? You know, come up the stairs, and then you have the porch. You go through the door. Or should we have an area where people could sit? You know, like hang out here and stuff. We got more than enough room inside. We don't need to have this massively huge thing. So we only need the short stairs either there or here. I am partial to here. So that is where I'm going to put it. Oh, okay. Kind of forgot something. We need to put these here supports on first, right? It's all about the order. It's my new mantra. If it was Happy Gilmore, it'd be it's all in the hips, but this isn't Happy Gilmore. So it's all about the order, and now it's going to be all about the door. And the only restriction I have is I want it to swing to the right and open outside. It does. Gary's a happy man. Alright, so I think that will do it for tonight.
Got a dangerous look about you.
That looks like about everything that we needed, and it's kind of dark. I don't have anything that I can hit that with. Weapon.
Any chance we could try and keep stray bullet out of my obituary?
Believe it or not, oh, clear skies at night. That's wonderful. I want clear skies at day. So believe it or not, that was actually the first time I have ever used one of those mortars. Being most of my videos are at night, I'm pretty sure that you can believe it. So, yeah. I think that was pretty successful. We're getting pretty close to having everything done. I may end up putting, I think we might go ahead and put a defensive station back here, a defensive turret back there, just to help take out some of the attackers, because super mutants usually come from over this way, so give us something a little bit closer. And possibly, we might go ahead and Do some more, maybe a couple more huts or something back here.
Biggest town I ever saw.
We might do something, see if we can't like build, say 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top or something like that. And then one of the very last things that I'm looking at is either completely refurbishing this and using this for something different, or tearing this completely out and putting something completely new and different in there. So we'll make that the question of this video is, should I completely tear that out and build something different in there? I don't know what that different thing would be. We might be able to get a different shape or something out of it. Just keep in mind that we've got that stuff right up against it. This vehicle doesn't want to move and I can't do anything with it, so that's going to be a restriction. Or should we keep this and maybe keep the floor plan and redo the walls, maybe get us some additional height. We can put vendor stalls in here or something like that. Let me know what you guys think, what you think I should do. That was existing when we started. It was just something I built as a temporary place for people to stay. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Alright, that's all from me. Have a good one. Later.
Good night, ladies.
Let's call it quits and pack up and leave.